On the 6th of January 2019, a 36-year-old fruit vendor living in a small town on the outskirts of Kampala wakes up to go about her usual business. But something about her doesn't feel right. She has a slight fever and a few body aches. But this is a lady who, given her current living condition and the fact that her household entirely survives on what she made on a daily basis, couldn't afford to take a day off. So to her, this was nothing a simple paracetamol would not handle. So she goes ahead, takes her painkiller, and off she goes to work. A few hours later, the neighbors at her workplace noticed that her condition had worsened. She was sweating heavily, her fever had gone up, and this time she had profuse diarrhea. Since she was too weak to walk, she was dragged to the nearest health center for treatment. That evening, Uganda would record her very first death from cholera, and the outbreak was declared the following morning as 3 more cases were reported. It might be hard for some of us to comprehend, but close to 1 million similar stories are told across Africa and Asia every year, and these have now come to be known as the global hotspots for cholera. In Uganda, we average over 1,000 cases, and majority of these are children below the age of 15. But cholera isn't just a disease of public health concern, but also of great economic burden. Because with declaration of these outbreaks, more often than not, results in embargoes in trade of certain foodstuffs, travel restrictions within the country, closure of some businesses, and this negatively impacts the low-income earners in these communities. But it doesn't have to be this way. What if we had a solution? One with the potential to render these outbreaks virtually non-existent. A solution that could fit in a capsule just like this. What if? My name is Deus Kamya. I'm a graduate student of microbiology at Makerere University, and this is the Smart Cholera Phage team from Uganda. We want to use bacteriophages, which are viruses that infect bacteria, to prevent further outbreaks of cholera through decontamination of Vibrio cholerae from the environmental reservoirs such as the pit latrines. These reservoirs are what drive most of these cholera outbreaks, especially during the rainy seasons when they flood and contaminate the freshwater bodies in the environment. Now, we started this initiative as a small project back in 2019, shortly after the outbreak in Kampala, and we wanted to know which role bacteriophages could play in preventing further outbreaks of cholera. Our team here at the Biology Outbreaks Laboratory at Makerere University has so far isolated 7 bacteriophages against 2 of the commonly occurring Vibrio cholerae strains. And these have shown tremendous activity. As a matter of fact, 5 of these bacteriophages can lyse both of these cholera strains with 90% efficiency. Imagine that. Our target now is to isolate about 20 bacteriophages with this kind of activity. And these will be packaged in capsules, much like the one I've showed you earlier. And these capsules will be designed to slowly release these phages once in the pit latrines. So there are products on the Uganda market that deal with the odor and the fecal sludge in the pit latrines. And these products are packaged in more or less a similar way. So we thought packaging our bacteriophages in a likewise manner would, one, increase the chances of accepting our innovation within the local communities, but also give us an effective way of implementing our solution in the communities. Unfortunately enough, Jessica here at Makerere University and Toby at Phages for Global Health have been in touch with Jafral, a Slovenian company that deals with manufacturing of bacteriophage-based products. So we want to partner with Jafral to produce our very first prototypes of these capsules. And these capsules will be validated and tested here at Makerere University, but also at Yale University in the USA. And after successful validation of these capsules, we will go through our university to apply for incubation funds in the Ministry of Science and Technology here in Uganda. And these funds are usually available for innovations with working prototypes. So with these funds, we'll be able to produce these capsules in bulk, which will be enough to carry out the small-scale field trials. We will partner with local manufacturing companies, for example, Quality Chemicals Uganda, to produce these capsules in bulk, but also lead their distribution within pharmacies that are on the local market at a much later stage. And this will ensure that our product is readily available on the local market for use by individual households. As far as policy on use and sustainability of our innovation is concerned, we will work hand in hand with the World Health Organization, particularly through its local and global task forces on cholera outbreaks, to make sure our innovation can be integrated in their programs that are aimed towards eliminating cholera by 2030. And after successful implementation of our innovation in Uganda, smart cholera phages will be scaled up to the rest of Africa, Asia, South America, and will target those countries that have had the highest incidences of cholera in the past years. Now, after the 2015 outbreak in Western Uganda, a group of scientists carried out a survey to compare how much it costs the government to deal with the outbreak versus how much it would have cost for a hypothetical solution that would have prevented the outbreak in the first place. Long story short, the cost of the hypothetical solution was just a quarter of what it actually took to deal with the outbreak. Ladies and gentlemen, cholera has been classified as a disease of poverty, which basically translates as a disease for the poor. But I'm just as ready to say cholera is a disease that brings poverty. And with funding from the Outbreaks Innovation Competition, we are confident smart cholera phages can be part of a solution. It is high time we had a grip on this disease. Thank you.